Hey guys, today we are going to be talking about digital versus paper planning. And specifically, we're going to be talking about using a system such as Google Calendar versus using a paper planner, and why for me, using both works best. Our first go ahead video. So, you're ready to. Okay, I personally divide my planning into three different categories. The first is long-term planning, maybe the next year out. The second is near-term planning, and that's probably the next 6 to 8 weeks. And then, of course, there's weekly and daily planning. And for each type of planning, I use a different system. First up, we're going to talk about long-term planning. Again, this is the next year or so. For long-term planning, we are looking at events like school calendars, business plans, either business trips or business events, soccer games, and annual vacations. Now, for all of these types of events, I keep it 100% digital. These are all events that include other people. Either other people have scheduled them, dentist appointments, school calendars, business events, or I have personally scheduled them, but I am committed to others to abide by the schedule. This is medical appointments, annual vacations, even planner launches. For all these, I use Google Calendar. I love Google Calendar because it's easily accessible from both my phone and my desktop. I can sit down at the beginning of the year, either the calendar year or the school year, and I can input everything that I need to, all school calendars, soccer schedules, anything like that. I can color coordinate things, and I can even share my calendar with my husband. But I can also access Google Calendar from my phone. So if I'm standing at the dentist office and I need to input next year's appointment, I can easily do that. Google Calendar is great for big picture planning, especially if you're going to share your calendar with somebody else. I like to keep it simple with these big picture events and appointments because my husband does not want to look at the fact that I'm going to eat lunch from 11:30 to 12:30 on a Tuesday. He just doesn't need to know that information. Now for near-term planning, this is the next 6 to 8 weeks, my planning style is a bit hodgepodge, and I use both digital and paper planning tools. Now for this type of planning, I am thinking specifically about my business planning, but this can be any one of your focus goal type plans. If you're wanting to change up your diet, if you are wanting to put up a big Halloween display this year, any project type goal. So for this near-term planning, there are times when my brain works best mapping things out digitally, and other times when I really just want to write things down on a piece of paper. My favorite digital space for this type of planning, funny enough, is Excel. It may sound odd, but I brainstorm really well in this space. It gives me the creative space to map things out the way that my brain is working at that time. But then 3 weeks later, if I'm looking at things differently, I'm able to switch things around very easily. On top of that, I always have a notebook with me, especially every day in car line when my brain just starts churning. I want to write things down, journal, and get things out. But all of these ideas and thoughts always make it back into my Excel sheet. Lastly comes my weekly and daily planning, and that is all done in my planner. Up until now, all that my other plans have been just that. They've been plans. Once they make it into my planner, that is where the rubber hits the road. Okay, so first, at the end of every month, I go into my paper planner and I go into my Google Calendar and I put everything from my Google Calendar into my paper planner. This gives me a good structure and a good vision of what the big picture of my month is. I then go into my near-term goals. Those are your focus goals, your project type goals. And I determine what I can commit to doing that month. I write this all down at the beginning of my month. I have in my planner, I have pages dedicated to focus goals, and I write down all the actions that I am committed to taking that month. Then at the beginning of each week, I write out my weekly schedule. This is appointments, deadlines, reminders, and then I write down either just that day's daily schedule or possibly the next 2 or 3 days, but no more than that. Because I look at my daily schedule as a commitment to myself, I like to take the time each morning to write down my daily schedule. In doing so, I am committing to doing those tasks. If I wrote out my entire week, I would probably get to Thursday, take a look at a schedule that I wrote for myself on Monday, and feel less in control of my own schedule. Those tasks that I wrote down would feel less like personal commitments to myself and more like I'm fulfilling somebody else's to-do list. That may sound weird to some, but for me, writing it down that day makes me feel more in control of my schedule. Now remember, my overall plan is mapped out when I did my near-term planning, so I already have a framework or for what I want to accomplish that week. Writing out my schedule daily is simply matching up what I need to do with what I want to do that day. So why do I think that this hybrid system of digital planning and paper planning works so well for me? I look at planning on Google Calendar and in Excel as flexible planning. I can easily move things around and it gives me the creative space to mold my plans. Now, some like to use this creative energy in their paper planner, but for me, the way my brain works, I like to use that creativity in my digital planning. Now, the problem with staying digital when planning out my week and my days is because since I have designated my digital planning as somewhat fluid, it still feels too malleable when it needs to be concrete. Like I said, your weekly and your daily planning is really where the rubber hits the road. And there's just something about taking intentional time each morning, putting pen to paper, and scheduling out those daily tasks that make movement happen. It's commitment, it's accountability, and it's accomplishment after a job well done. Okay, I hope this discussion of digital planning versus paper planning and how marrying the two might work best has been helpful to you. Don't forget, we have paper planners available for next year in our shop. There's a link below if you'd like to take a look at them. Have a great day, and we'll chat again soon.